The WNBA might be coming for Christine Brennan again after she dropped an article today in the USA Today. Remember, the longtime journalist was the one that asked the question of Dejanay Carrington if she intentionally eye gouged Caitlin Clark last year, for which the WNBPA then demanded that her credentials be revoked because she was, I don't know, asking a question, doing her job. That's the lunacy of doing your job when it comes to the WNBA and media. She asked the question, she did her job, and they wanted her out because they don't want to answer those questions. So now Christine Brennan has dropped an article today about what's going on with Caitlin Clark and I don't know, the consequences of not having Caitlin Clark on the court. We'll break that down right here on this article that she wrote right now. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, where we talk facts over feelings. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Appreciate y'all continued support of the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Appreciate y'all continued support once again. Thank you for jumping on board on the live last night. Let's talk about it. Christine Brennan drops an article today at 10 o'clock. That was about an hour ago from when I'm recording this video. And in this article, for which we will read, we will go over this article and show you what the consequences are of not having Caitlin Clark on the court. This is what we were talking about in the different videos where we say the WNBA is going to lose millions of dollars because of the absence of Caitlin Clark, even if it's just for 4 games. If it's for an extended period of time for more than 4 games, so let's say it runs into the 6 games, 8 games, 10 games. Realistically, it should be about 8 to 10 games because that's when I think that the Indiana Fever should hold. I think they should hold off on Caitlin Clark until the end of June. I've said that before. June 26th is the date that I said when they come home and play against the LA Sparks. I don't think Caitlin Clark should be traveling anywhere around the country with the team. Let her rehab. It doesn't seem that the Indiana Fever is doing that, and I will be talking about that in a subsequent video. But on this particular video, we're discussing this article. Let me pop this video up, this article up for you, and we can discuss it right now. So this is the article right here, USA Today. Let me get this off the screen. I don't know why they add all this stuff on here. So the article's here. Caitlin Clark has proven to be crucial to the WNBA, so her absence will be painful. Starts off, John Kopecky, a Colorado Springs salesman. I don't know how she found this guy, but I'm sure there's plenty of them just like him. A Colorado Springs salesman had grand plans for this coming weekend. He paid about $3,000 for flights, hotel rooms, and 4 tickets to take his wife, 14-year-old daughter, and her basketball teammate to Caitlin Clark's game this Friday night against the Connecticut Sun in Indianapolis. On Monday afternoon, Kopecky read on social media that Clark had a strained left quadriceps and would be out for at least the next 2 weeks. He spoke to his wife, and they decided right then and there to cancel their flights and hotel rooms, give their tickets to a friend because you can't sell them for more than $10 right now. If you take a look at online on Vivid Seats, depending on where the seats are, you can get into the building for less than $10 right now on Friday night. And look at the Fever's August schedule for another game to attend. So they're trying to reschedule based on the fact that this particular game, they know that the reason they were flying to Indiana was to watch Caitlin Clark play. I presume for the purposes of his daughter and a teammate because they're basketball players. Once I found out Caitlin wasn't playing, it didn't make sense for us to fly to Indianapolis, Kopecky said in a phone interview Tuesday. We are Caitlin fans before Fever fans. Been saying this, been telling you this. Most people are not Fever fans. They are Caitlin Clark fans. Why would a guy from Colorado be a Fever fan? Please do tell. No, he's a Caitlin Clark fan. His family, Caitlin Clark fans. She's the biggest draw. That's who the girls, his daughter and her friend, want to see. That was the whole point of going to Indy. Again, a trip to Indy to see Caitlin Clark play. Who gets this type of support? Who gets this type of support? This is what you get in the WNBA. You have people willing to fly, buy plane tickets, hotels, the whole nine, to go do a turnaround trip to go watch Caitlin Clark play basketball. They're not going there to visit Indianapolis. All due respect to Indianapolis. I'm sure it's a great city. I've never been. I've been to West Lafayette, where Purdue University is. cute little town, but I've never been to Indy. I'm sure Indy's a great place to visit. I have no doubts. But they're not going to see Indy. They're going to see Caitlyn. Like, that's just the reality. When she was injured, we thought, let's just postpone this until August, which I agree with. Kopecky and his family are not alone. Ticket prices for the next 4 fever games on the secondary market are plummeting as fans, as well as the WNBA itself, begin to grapple with the reality that the biggest draw in the history of women's basketball and one of the greatest attractions in all of sports, men's and women's, will not be around for a while. It's happening most dramatically with the tickets for the June 7th Fever Sky game at the 23,500 seat United Center in Chicago, where Clark is such an overwhelming draw that the ticket prices have fallen more than 300% in less than 2 days. I didn't realize that place was that damn big. I thought it seated about 20, 23.5. That arena is massive. This is Christine Brennan writing, by the way. I can personally confirm the pronounced change in interest in Fever games without Clark. A week ago, I bought 4 tickets on StubHub to take my sports playing nieces to the Fever Washington Mystics game Wednesday night in Baltimore. Tickets in the same row are now going for less than half of what I paid. I can only imagine what they will cost by game time. Perhaps they will be giving them away. And yes, we are still going to the game. Credit to you, Christine. I get it. You bought the tickets. You can't give them away right now, so you might as well go. Ironically, the reason the game is being played in Baltimore is because the Mystics decided to move it from their 4,200 seat DC venue to the 14,000 seat CFG Bank Arena to make as much money off Clark's presence as possible. But yet they'll tell you that she's not the reason people are going to watch them play. Hey. Massive Capital One Center Arena, which Clark and the Fever sold out twice last season, including the largest crowd in WNBA regular season history. 20,711 is undergoing renovations and is unavailable, hence the trip to Baltimore. Man, they are lucky that damn building was not available, because it'd be worse if that was the case. The superlatives never seem to stop for Clark, but one stunning statistic. I wish this stupid ad would stop on the right-hand side. God, dog, that's irritating. One stunning statistic stands out above the rest. In Clark's record-breaking rookie season last year, the Fever's home average attendance was by far the highest in the league, 17,036. It was even better than the average home attendance for 5 NBA teams in 23-24, including the Pacers. This is jumping up again. So, yeah. You read it right. Clark and the Fever beat 5 NBA teams in average home attendance. Prior to her arrival, the WNBA, this kind of stat was unthinkable. Unthinkable. So for those who want to continue to minimize Clark or her historic impact on the league and throughout women's sports, consider that she attracts people who never before watched women's basketball. She helps shine a light on so many players in a league that is 74% Black or mixed race. Players who never received attention or recognition they deserved. I don't know that they deserved any of it. You earn attention, but that's my opinion. They deserve from the male-dominated sports media. See, I don't know why they deserve it. See, I'll disagree with that comment. You don't deserve anything. You earn what you get. And if your own sex won't support you, why do you expect the other sex to support you? Why do you expect men to support you when women don't support you and you're a woman's sport? I mean, to me, that reeks of logic, that if you're a female and it's a female sport, that females should support female sports. Women support women, whereas women don't support women in the WNBA. The men have to do it. For it to matter, the men have to support it. And yet the men are still the people that watch the WNBA the most. TV viewership, always sky high for Clark's games, will likely take a hit as well during the 24 season. Of the 23 WNBA games to reach at least 1 million viewers, 20 of them were featuring Clark. According to Fox Sports, Clark's games average 1.178 million viewers. All the other games average 394,000. This is why 40 of the 44 Fever games are on national TV, the most of any team in the league. Now she goes into the stuff that we talked about in the financial component. But yeah, there you have it. You got a family that's literally canceled a trip to Indianapolis because she's not playing. How many people do you think are canceling trips to Indianapolis because she's not playing? How many people do you think are canceling or trying to sell tickets to a game that she's not going to play in? That's the reality, folks. This is in your face. I'm sure the WNBPA is going to sit here and say, no. We got to get rid of Christine Brennan. She's telling too much truth. Truth bombs hurt. The truth is in your face. It hurts. Article on usatoday.com. It hurts. This is a woman who's been nothing but supportive of the WNBA for her entirety of her career. And they wanted to get rid of her because she asked Dejanay Carrington a question. Again, truth bombs. The data is there. She's now spoken to at least one person who's literally just told them, we've canceled our trip. What's the point of going? We don't want to go see the other guys. We don't want to see the other guys. I commend anyone who does. I commend anyone who does. I cover it, and I don't want to see the other guys. I don't care about the other guys. I only care about the other guys because of Caitlin Clark. But if Caitlin Clark's not on that court, I don't really care about the other guys. I hope they win for her sake so that when she gets back, it's not a monumentous task to get them into the playoffs. That's literally the only reason. Because personally, my feeling, whatever. They win, they win. They lose. But for her sake, because I want her to win, because I want her to shut the naysayers up. I want her to close the mouths of people saying, well, she can't win a championship. Nonsense. Please, it's a team. You need a team around you to win a championship. LeBron never won by himself. Michael Jordan never won by himself. Larry Bird never won by himself. Magic Johnson never won by himself. Tim Duncan never won by himself. Shaq, Kobe, D. Wade, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard. None of these dudes won by themselves. Giannis never won by himself. The closest thing to winning by himself in the last 25 years is Dirk Nowitzki in 2011, beating the Miami Heat as the lone all-star on a team of role players, largely role players at that time. At that time, they were role players and Dirk. And then Dirk is 7 foot freaking tall, 7'1". Allen Iverson couldn't win by himself. He couldn't win by himself. He's one of the greatest influences in NBA history. Changed the culture of the NBA for a period of time. Changed the culture. Christine Brennan just put it on paper for you once again. Proof that people are canceling trips, which tells you that these games that she's not playing in, probably more so in Indiana. Indiana's going to see a drop in attendance. They've sold the tickets, so yeah, they don't really care about that. Indiana's not going to suffer, really. As long as she's back within a realistic, logical period of time, not logical, but a decent, not it doesn't take 3 months. If she's back in a month at most, they're not going to suffer all that much. The people that are going to suffer are those people that are going on road games. The road games will suffer. The road games are going to suffer. Those buildings are not going to. That Chicago game next Saturday, 23,500. Those tickets were going for $200 on the standard retail market when they sold them to sit in the top row of that building. Tickets are going for $80 or less. Actually, I'm sorry. They're going for like $25 yesterday. They were going for $80 literally a week ago. And that was under the face value for what they were purchased for, because Chicago really wanted to milk this thing hard. Deny it all day. They wanted to milk it hard. I got videos of it. They were $200 to sit top row of that building. Can you imagine paying $200 to sit in the top row of a building, any building in the world? You crazy? $200? You can't resell those things for more than $200. They're taking beatings on them. People are taking beatings on those tickets. And now they're going to be given away for $20. Don't be surprised if that United Center has like 10,000 people there. 10,000 people. So what that means is now you're paying all these expenses for security, for police, for concession stands, for all the employees that have to work that day because you sold out the building. So you have to presume the building will be full because you sold the tickets. Heck, I'm sure there's fire codes that require that you have certain people, amount of security there. I'm sure there's requirements that you have people there. So now you have to pay all those expenses, and you have an upper deck, probably, hell, empty seats all over the place. Concessions that are not going to sell remotely close to what they should otherwise sell with a 23,000 seat arena. They're going to take a bath on this deal. The tickets are great. They make money on beer, on concessions, on merch, all these different things. And not to mention the television ratings that are going to take a beating. You think that 3 million people are going to watch this game on a Saturday night at 8 o'clock at night next week? Please. Not a chance. Not a chance. But there you have it. Christine Brennan told you what it was. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. What do you think? This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.